Hi. Okay, we have to read for anthropology, culture is learned. It begins. The ease with which children absorb any cultural tradition rests on the uniquely elaborated human capacity to learn. Other animals may learn from experience. For example, they avoid fire after discovering that it hurts. Social animals also learn from other members of their group. Wolves, wolves, for instance, learn hunting strategies from other pack members, such as social learning is particularly important among monkeys and apes, our closest biological relatives. But our own cultural learning depends on the uniquely developed human capacity to use symbols, signs that have no necessary or natural connection to the things they signify or for which they stand. Excuse me one second. On the basis of cultural learning, people create, remember, and deal with ideas. They grasp, and apply scientific systems with symbolic meanings. Anthropologist Clifford Geertz, 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 defines culture as ideas based on cultural learning and symbols. Cultures have been characterized as sets of control mechanisms, plans, receipts, or recipes, rules, instructions, what computer engineers call programs for the governing of behaviors. These programs are absorbed by people through enculturation, in particular traditions. People gradually internalize a previously established system of meanings and symbols. They use this cultural system to define their world, express their feelings, and make their judgments. This system helps guide their behavior and perceptions throughout their lives. Every person begins immediately through a process of conscious and unconscious learning and interaction with others to internalize or incorporate a cultural tradition through the process of incorporation. Sometimes culture is taught directly, as when parents tell their children to say thank you when someone gives them something or does them a favor. Culture also transmitted through observation. A culture is also transmitted through observation. Makes more sense, right? Children pay attention to the things that go on around them. They modify their behavior not just because they're people or because other people tell them to, but as a result of their own observations and growing awareness of what their culture considers right and wrong. Culture also is absorbed unconsciously. North Americans acquire their culture's notions by how far apart people should stand when they talk, not by being told directly to maintain a certain distance, but through a gradual process of observation, experience, and conscious and unconscious behavior modification. No one tells Latins to stand closer together than North Americans do, but they learn to do so anyway as part of their cultural tradition. Anthropologists agree that cultural learning is uniquely elaborated among humans and that all humans have culture. Anthropologists also accept a doctrine named in the 19th century as the psychic unity of man. This means that although individuals differ in their emotional and intellectual tendencies and capacities, all human populations have equivalent capacities for culture, regardless of their genes or their physical appearance, people can learn any cultural tradition. To understand this point, consider that contemporary Americans and Canadians are genetically mixed descendants of people from all over the world. Our ancestors were biologically varied, lived in different countries and continents, and participated in hundreds of cultural traditions. However, early colonists, later immigrants, and their descendants have all become active participants in American and Canadian life. All now share a national culture. Leave your comments.